There we go. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Today, what we're going to look at is another Nukes video. So this one is 10 scary ghost videos that will give you the creeps. And see if we see it or not. Did you see it? Did you smell it? I didn't smell it. You know what? Let's get right into the video. I still think my picture is a little off. Anyways, well, I think we'll be okay. Let's get into it. Yes.
A few months ago, a woman named Rosanna bought an old apartment somewhere in France and moved in with her two very young children and her 13-year-old cat, Loli.
Oh.
But almost immediately after moving into the new place, her cat begins to act very strangely.
Let's see if the cat actually acts strangely or not, because, you know, it's a cat.
The cat, Loli, aggressively hisses and snarls at something that Rosanna can't see. Now, Rosanna says that the cat had never done any...
Okay, so I'm going to go out on a guess here and say that that place that you moved into had a cat, and that your cat is smelling that other cat and is being aggressive because it doesn't know what it sees. I'm gonna go with cat smells. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Anything like this before they moved. So as a single mother, Rosanna shares custody of her children with their father. So one night when the children are away at their dad's house, something happens that makes Rosanna's blood run cold.
Oh, God. Seen this one? Oh, God. These things give me headaches. All right. Okay. Sorry. I just had to take a little breather there before I get angry. Who does this? Who does this? That's my question. I want you to put yourself into this woman's situation here. I want you to, you're alone. Alone. Your ex has your custody of your children for the weekend, so you're by yourself. You are a vulnerable situation, and then you hear what sounds like your children saying "mommy" from this room. Okay, yeah, I'm already freaked out, right? Like that alone would make me not go into a room. But let's just say that I got up the courage and I'm going to go into this room and I'm going to go, all right, hey, I'm in this room now. That I heard this voice that sounded like my children that I know aren't there coming from. And then the radio starts to play. That's not that scary. It would have been startling to me because I'd have been like not expecting the radio to come on. But, you know, maybe your significant other decides that they're going to leave the JBL charge on and they're playing Candy Crush on their phone and all of a sudden it just starts blaring. Yeah, because that doesn't happen. And so let's just say that, okay, you got the music blaring. Okay, cool, freaky, but okay, you know, like stuff happens. Like you could equate that. You could, in your own mind, equate that to being that there is a malfunction going on. The drawers opening and closing by themselves. That's the concern in the room right now. Not to show to the camera that there's no tape in there, there's no power, there's no CD, and that the buttons don't work. That's the least of my concern in this room. The cabinets are eating your kneecaps, and you are worried about showing the camera there's no tape. I want you to watch that again with that thought in in your mind, right? Like, so she comes into the room, right? That cabinet's opening, but no, there's no CD. Why won't this radio work? Oh, let's not worry about that. Let's just show, look, everybody, there's nothing in there. Look. Oh, there was the cutaway. Look. So they're showing the batteries. You specifically had to show the batteries. You showing that you switched it off and nothing happened proved that the radio there's something going on with the radio. You don't need to do all of this. The cabinet opening and closing, that should be your concern in this place. That's why I know it's fake. And again, you put so much care and effort into proving the radio. Why aren't you putting care into figuring out why the cabinets are opening? And especially if you're hearing mama coming from the cabinets, from the drawers. Maybe your child is stuck in the drawers that you forgot about and it's just trying to get out.
Even though Rosanna is completely alone, she hears her young daughter's voice calling out to her from the children's bedroom.
It's just, it's stuff like that
over and over. But
makes me super angry. Like, look, no, the volume doesn't work. The tuner doesn't work. There's no tape in here.
After this absolutely
you turned it off. Who cares if there's a tape or CD in there?
Her story online in search of advice. She also calls for help from a local priest. The scared mother is now desperate to try absolutely anything to get rid of the sinister entity that seems to be haunting her home.
Stop inviting your friend over to make your cabinets move.
In fact, it just gets much, much worse.
Why do you have a human head there? You know what it is, right? Look. Okay, guys, come on. Why did you put the mannequin head, the creepiest mannequin head you could find, on this platter? On a Lazy Susan that you obviously have a motor attached to, that you're obviously controlling from somewhere else. Ooh, soufflés? I love soufflés.
What?
Non. Oui.
The head of a dressing mannequin mannequin that Rosanna has had for years moves on its own and seems to follow her with its eyes as she moves around the room. Rosanna feels that the apartment is no longer safe for her children and decides to stay in the home all alone. Eventually, she becomes so scared that she starts to only sleep in the
It's
apartment's
obviously
living room.
on a motorized Lazy
Late one
Susan.
night, Rosanna hears her cat Loli angrily snarling at something in the hallway just outside the living room door. What happens next is downright chilling.
Boom.
Loli.
Oh, is it going to be there? Oh, yep, it's there. Let me guess. Turn the light on. Turn the light on. It's not going to be there. Ooh, they've upped their work. Turn the light on. No, you're going to go back again.
Loli.
Why are you calling the cat? What?
After this very disturbing incident, Rosanna says that she became seriously ill and spent the
Well,
rest of the
and
night
so this
throwing up.
one is
She
it's not.
says she is absolutely
This is a continuation.
apartment she bought
So
is
we've
haunted
seen this one.
by a
Look.
demon.
Do you remember this one? I remember this one. So as these cabinets are opening, she's worried about the cabinets. Not the cabinets opening, trying to eat her kneecaps or her ankles, but she goes to this thing and checks it out. It's just crazy. Yeah, exactly that one. Loli, and she's ready to bat her cat. The chat. Loli. Loli.
After this very disturbing incident, Rosanna says that she became seriously ill and spent the rest of the night throwing up.
I think you
She
were
says she is
seriously ill before you made the
absolutely
video.
convinced that the old apartment she bought is
Did I say out
haunted
loud?
by a demon. For now, she stays at a hotel with her cat until she can hopefully afford to move somewhere else.
seriously.
She says she's currently seeking legal action against the people who sold her that apartment.
Yeah,
The thing
naturally.
basement. A Nuke's Top 5 viewer who wishes
The
to
thing
remain
in the basement?
anonymous, we'll call her Jane, reached
Sure.
out to us about a very creepy experience she had in her family home in Norway.
Ooh.
So while Jane is in the basement grabbing some tools for her brother, she hears something that puts her on edge. She hits record on her phone as she investigates. And what happens next is truly bizarre.
You know what is bizarre? Oh, she did turn the light on. Okay.
Så... Hva faen? Hallo?
So obviously there's a small animal back there. Yep.
Oh my god. Hva var det?
Ooh, is it an opossum?
Jeg sverger det bare mannen der. Her skjønner den. Så bare spiller. Som jævlig creepy. Hallo? Det ingen der.
Okay. All right. So there's already warning signs. I'm already triggered. Because when I think that there is either one, an intruder, or two, an animal in my basement, which when you're hearing that kind of noises like little screeches and things falling, I'm going to assume an animal. The first thing that I want to make sure that I say to the camera is, I swear I'm alone. Not, oh my God, I think someone's here. Why would you say that? Did you see it? I'm sure it's going to be one of those. Boo, doo, 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 doo.
Hva faen? Det har jeg faktisk ikke hørt.
I've never heard that before. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking that like you're down in your basement and you hear and you're like, yeah, it's always doing that.
Hallå?
Back to the mirror, just to show that I'm here and it's creepy.
Jag måste ha varit han.
Jane hears several weird screeches coming from somewhere near her in the basement. And then as she leaves, the door seems to slam
Maybe it's
shut
Goatman?
on its own. But did you see it? Jane
Of course
looks
I
into a
didn't see
mirror
it.
2 times while walking through the basement. The first time, there's nothing out of the ordinary. But the second time, something seems to be standing in the doorway right behind her. To this day, Jane has no idea what happened, but says that the experience gave her the creeps.
I never even saw it because
Now,
it didn't look like
again,
anything.
Jane says she has never posted this video anywhere online and wishes to remain anonymous.
Other than
So,
showing her
I have
face
to
and
leave
that
it
she
to
lives in
you.
Norway.
Do you think Jane captured something paranormal? And if not, then just who or what?
And why are you
is
showing?
this? Up in smoke. It's around 11:30 at night, and Jocelyn is working in a smoke.
Actually, I think I realized what it's like. It's like when you're married, you make sure that you take videos of being silly so that you have something to watch whenever your wife is, brutally murdered by, the mafia or something like that. So that when you're on your rampage, that you can, that you have something to watch and, to remember your wife by, and being this silly video that nobody ever records, ever. So yeah, I think it's the same thing, right? Is that whenever you're scared and you think something's going on, you make sure that you stand in front of the mirror, showing yourself so that you're anonymous.
Shop and
Come on, people, come on.
When she hears a noise coming from the back of the store.
Guys, I'm working by my fucking self and I hear a noise in the back.
And there we go again. The video starts with, guys, I'm working by myself. Which means, trust me, there's no one here. I didn't see anything.
Something can be seen moving around in the storage area in the back.
What
After
could it
posting the
be?
video online, shocked viewers asked Jocelyn to check the security footage of the camera in the back. Now, whatever this is, it doesn't show up on camera. But about 4 hours later, in the middle of the night, when the store is closed and empty, this happens. At around 4 in the morning, a ladder falls over by itself and a pillow seems to appear out of nowhere and just drops down the stairs. Now, Jocelyn says that she was so
pillow.
shaken up that she has no intentions of ever returning to work at the store and might actually just quit her job. But is this real paranormal activity caught on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You
It
decide.
looks stupid
Too
to me.
close for comfort. Amateur paranormal investigators Jared, his brother David, and a friend get together one night to investigate Jared's own house in Blackpool, England. You see, Jared claims that he has experienced
Only for
some
luck.
creepy,
Jesus
unexplained
Christ,
events
dude.
in the house. So
He's
Jared's
definitely from
brother
England.
David is holding an SLS camera with built-in night vision when he walks through the downstairs area to see if the camera maps
Dancing.
out any
I'm a dancing.
strange figures. But then something happens that absolutely freaks out.
Seriously, I need to get an SLS camera just to show how
Using
stupid those things are.
Night vision camera on the SLS, so that's why they're still behind me, because we don't want to keep mapping them. Exactly. We want to see what we can map ourselves.
I'm confused. They're doing night vision. So night vision is...
Yeah, I'm hoping to see some. of
Yay! Thanks for the subscription.
that.
Random stranger.
K2, what was
Yeah,
that?
we've got Jeb behind us doing the catering. He's got a couple of lights on it, so we don't know.
Yeah. Well, all we can do is just keep going past and say, whoa!
What the hell? Did I just see something or am I imagining that?
You're imagining things. Let's go back.
Say, whoa!
What the
No.
hell?
Well, all we can do is just keep going past and say,
Oh, God.
What the hell? Did I just see something or am I imagining that?
I don't know, let's go.
What the hell? I don't know. To me, it looked like a face. Dave?
I thought I saw something.
That was
You didn't.
really spooky.
As David pans around the living room, he captures what appears to be a bizarre pale face peeking out from behind the door to the hallway.
Strangely, it looks just like my girlfriend.
The group looks through the house and even attempts to
I actually don't think it was a face. Hold on.
and even attempts to debunk what they just saw.
I mean, yeah, it kind of looks like it, but it's also... I think it was him panning over too quick. And you're getting the noise like in the video. Because, okay, like, again, don't look at the face, which it does look like a face. I'm not going to lie. But it also looks like it has like 30 nostrils. And the nose looks huge, and that looks kind of like an eye. But think of these as straight lines. Don't think of them as a face. Like, just view them as like lines coming from here and there and there. So what I think is that this was like a compression issue with the video. And it looks scary though. And if I saw this, I would have totally freaked out. But the fact that there's like ... Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just a freaky coincidence.
Say, whoa! What the hell?
The group looks through the house.
And that, see, like there's this nodding. Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what it is. It's not a face. So, wow, it's a good one though. I'm not going to lie. This one is a really good one. But you can debunk this, right? And the reason being is, so I wish I could like blank out things, right? That's obviously a square. This is obviously a square. It's not a nose. That's like a square looking thing. And then you got this long piece here. So this is the nodding and things that were on the door. It is cool. This one is a really good one. And it's the same thing here. It's like this is a line that comes from the door itself. But it's also one of those things that if you keep looking at this picture long enough, you see other stuff too. Like, if you look in these patterns here, you can see there's like all these, like, look how much noise is in this picture. It is way too much noise to comprehend. So I think this one is as he was swinging wide, the pixels kind of like stretched across the screen. And that's what you're seeing here. And it just looks like a face. I thought so too when I first saw it. That it looked like, I thought at first like, oh, it's just a girlfriend or something like that. Yeah. And you see it warps. It kind of like shrinks down. And then there's the nodding that's right there. See, like that nodding right there. And you can actually see right here, there's that little bump, and that's what you're seeing. So as this is being stretched out, it's just a hell of a coincidence.
No explanation as to what this is.
And you can see how it went down and then went back up again.
Antoine's Restaurant. Isabel Riley recently told a very creepy story online.
I think we've seen this one.
Followed it up with one of the creepiest pictures you'll ever see.
Nope.
I need to tell you guys about the most insane evidence that I have ever seen of a ghost existing. Backstory. I was at a company get-together with my CEOs, my coworkers, and one of the owners of the company.
Yeah, this is his latest one.
Looked at us and was like, hey, do you guys want to see a ghost picture? Immediately, yes. He begins to tell us that he was in New Orleans at a restaurant called Antoine's.
Yeah.
New Orleans, first of all, super haunted city. If you know, you know. And Antoine's is one of the oldest restaurants in the city. One of
we got a whole
restaurants, I
backstory
believe,
now.
in America.
Instead of
It
just
has
showing the
a lot
picture of
history. It used to be a jail.
a terrible picture.
It is a really well-established place, has been around forever. So he's dining at this restaurant, and he is offered a tour of the wine cellar. The
So
wine
he takes
cellar
2 pictures.
is huge, has thousands of bottles of wine, probably worth millions of dollars. So he's taking a tour of the wine cellar, he's taking pictures. There's this guy in the wine cellar on a laptop who is apparently at auction buying more rare wine for the collection. My CEO takes pictures of this guy on his laptop, doesn't think anything of it, he doesn't see anything, leaves the restaurant, calls it a day. The next morning, he's looking through the photos and notices something. So this is the first picture that he showed.
Yep. So one, I've already seen this one, so I already know what's coming up. So here's the first picture. And the first picture, one, it does look like there's a freaking guy up there already. It looks like his arm's hanging down and there's a head. And this will pay, like, this is important stuff because if you look, you've got these lines here and the position of him, he moves, the guy does. So he's got this coat here, which is lined up. So if you take this line, this dark line right here down, it reaches to about the top of his chair that he's in, and then you've got a coat that's hanging over it. So, I mean, he's got a coat over his chair, and he's wearing a coat too. He needs more coats. So here, let's look at the second picture. Now, what he's going to do is going to shift. The whole view shifts over.
At auction, doing whatever.
Yep.
And here is the next picture that he took.
Right. So now what you're seeing is what the obvious thing is it looks like there's a person there, and it's not. What it is all of those objects now have shifted over. And if you can zoom in on it, you actually notice that there is like this, which looks like hair, is actually in the other picture but shifted over, and it's just a dark object there. What looks like a dress coming down, that's his coat. So you take out the coat, you take out the object right here, which is the edge of her hair, which is obviously in the background because you can see it right there. This line here is part of that window over there, so that is not a shoulder. So really what you're left with is just this gray mass that is right there. And if you look really closely, you can see that this is a straight line that goes all the way up. So he just got it from a different angle. Because I want to know, why does it look like that there's like a little kid up there wearing a striped shirt with his hand hanging down? Because that to me is more freaky than this thing. But let's go back a little bit too. Because you can look. See, there's all the gray stuff. See, that is going to be the woman's face right there. There's the shoulder thing that is right there. And then you go back again. There it is. So the whole view has shifted over to get that angle. The other thing also to really look at too is the how all of this here, it looks really odd. Like this is a really bad picture. And even the books are all muddled together. It's like he had to zoom in really far. And I think that's what this is too, is it zoomed in super far. So yeah, he got to this point and went like, oh my God, it's a face.
Victorian dress.
It is not a Victorian dress.
And when I was showed this, I genuinely had full body chills.
I'm sure it's scary.
Just who could the creepy alleged ghost woman dressed all in black in the photo be? For that, we go into the history of the restaurant. Antoine Alciatore opened his restaurant all the way back in 1840. Then in 1875, Antoine passed away when he was only 55 years old. When he died, he left his wife Julie in charge of the restaurant. So could this be Julie's spirit still
Nope.
looking over the restaurant from beyond the grave?
Beyond the
Well,
grave.
let me know what you think.
Absolutely not. Doesn't even look anything like
We
her.
need scary videos, so if you see something scary that you think would be perfect for the top 5, send it to me at nukestop5@gmail.com. The passenger. A guy who goes by the online name Jeladu says that he takes
Jeladu.
the subway in Mexico City nearly every night.
It's a Mexico City one, so what are we going to see here?
Stops and he finds himself completely alone in the train car. What happens next is
Well, I mean,
truly
that's scary already.
chilling.
It was 11:30. The train stopped, and I was alone. Okay. Well, did you think maybe someone was getting attacked in another car?
The nervous subway passenger hears bizarre sounds and terrifying
Really?
screams. But there's something else even creepier. Did you see it?
Oh my God! Let me guess. There's
In the
something in the
reflection of the
reflection.
subway window, someone can be seen seated next to him. Someone with dark hair, dressed all in white. But when he panned his camera by the same seat just seconds before, there's no one there. So was he taking a ride with
Okay.
something supernatural?
Can you think it might have been a picture on the wall?
I leave that up to you to decide.
Yeah. Like, there's the end of the seat, and you don't see it over there. You just see the end of the seat. That looks like it's a picture or a poster or something there. And I bet you if you looked at it, if you were right there, you would look at that and say like, oh, it's something else. That does not look like a face. It's squared off on the edges. That's a sign. It's just a sign sitting there.
Bye, Felicia.
And I honestly think that there was someone screaming in the next car, and they're just like, nah, not my business.
Felicia Hall is out on her back deck playing with her dog when things
Must be
get
a ghost.
Weird.
Couldn't be a woman crying for help. Did you see the dog? I didn't hear it.
Out of nowhere, Felicia hears something that sounds like someone whispering right in her ear. Something that says, "Get out." As you can
As
tell
not
in the
get
video,
out, but-
Felicia is absolutely terrified and screams and hurries back inside, leaving her dog to wonder what just happened. So did Felicia get an angry
Wait a minute,
supernatural
but
warning?
you guys always say that dogs can see ghosts, and you know when ghosts are around because dogs are alerted to it. Why? What? Okay.
You decide.
It sounds like some gas is escaping from behind her.
Revenants and renovations. A man who works as a nurse at the IMSS hospital in Manzanillo, Mexico.
They didn't even
was
give it
taking
much
a
time
tour of
either,
the
to be honest with
recently
you.
renovated
It's
clinic
like,
number
yeah,
10.
whatever. It's not that
The
great.
old
We'll move on.
hospital was built in 1932 and has seen its share of death and suffering for over 90 years. So the nurse is filming with his phone as he walks through the renovated clinic.
Renovated. Let me guess. It's going to be someone like a shadow down at the end of the hallway. Okay, what are you zooming at? Why are you zooming on here? It's a lot of attention that you're giving to this area.
Later, when he reviews his footage of the old hospital, he spots something that sends a chill down his spine. Something resembling a small pale face can be seen peeking around the corner in clinic number 10. The man is shocked. He says that he never noticed this strange face while filming. The man's aunt posted his video.
I'm not going to say possum this time. Oh my God. Okay. You actually, jeez, people. Okay. You see it right there,
Something resembling
right? No. So it's not. It's sharp now. It's on the edge. It's a holder. It's just a freaking holder. It's like, I'm assuming like, I'm going to say like a clipboard holder or something like that.
a small pale face.
No, it's not a small pale face. Look, you can see it right there. It's got a sharp edge that comes down and another one here. Like if it wasn't inside, I would say it's a flagpole holder. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like a flagpole holder to me. But it's inside. I mean, why would you have a flagpole holder there? But it is to hold some sort of cylindrical object right there. The black around it is your crappy camera because you can't turn the lights on.
Peeking around the corner and
It is not. See, you can see there is one attachment point. It's sitting there on the wall. That is
clinic number 10. The man is shocked. He says that he never noticed this strange face while filming. The man's aunt posted his video to the internet, and many viewers believe that he might have captured the spirit of a patient who passed away at the old hospital.
It's obviously that it is a holder. I mean, yes, I understand that if you really squint your eyes hard enough that you can see a mouth and two eyes there, but it is obvious. And you know what? It could be it could be someone's jacket there. Like that is what it's for, is to hold a jacket. Oh my God.
Unearthed. This next creepy story has been going viral and actually made international news. So, TikTok user Katie Santry from Columbus, Ohio woke up one morning to find that
Look what it
things in her
is.
home office seemed to have been mysteriously moved around.
I think my house
I
is
can't
haunted and I'm
believe-
freaking out.
What's in the rug? What's in the rug?
This is my sunroom. This is where I work. I sit here every day. There's a playroom here, doors here. This is the space. I worked in here last night until about 6:30.
I can't believe it.
Everything's fine.
This
Shut my
made it to
laptop.
Nukes.
We close these doors.
Oh my
Dogs
God,
don't
this
come in
is
here at night.
hilarious.
No one is in this room. I'm down this morning to work. The screen shattered. This stuff down here.
Yeah.
This.
Something
Hang
fell and
off.
hit your screen. I still
Here's
like.
the next bit of important information. So we're building a fence. And back here, we dug a hole. There is a rolled up carpet buried underground that we came across as we were digging this hole. Rolled up carpet. Who the and why the is there a rolled up carpet underground?
Katie shares her strange story online, and viewers suggest that there just might be something more buried in the yard. Inside that rug.
How deep is that? Like at least 2 feet?
Almost, yeah.
Oh, right now.
What's in the
At the
carpet?
intense urging of thousands of video commenters, Katie decides to call the police to check out the rug.
Yeah. What? How many followers does she have now? Because like they're only showing 2.2 million.
Oh, there, yeah. See, it's like the castle of it. It's like the end of it. Geez, I don't even know.
So do you think they're going to show the ending?
Carpets. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Are they just going to end it with the cadaver dogs coming?
Now, Katie says that she thinks the rug is a bit strange, but she doesn't really think it's anything suspicious. That is until Columbus detectives arrive at her house with
Wrong. Yeah, they're getting the story completely wrong. So we actually did a whole live stream of this on our other channel, and she showed it on TikTok because she thought it was suspicious, but she was just like, I'm just going to pour concrete on it and be done with it. And the TikTok, everybody said, no, you need to call the police. She did. They came out, and it was only on her live stream that they finally send out someone to
cadaver-sniffing
investigate.
dogs.
So it wasn't that she's just like, oh, there's nothing there, and they're like, let's go investigate. It was because you were live streaming you possibly about to dig up a dead body. No, and then see, this is the part that really gets me, and I want to know the final part of this is, but it could have been blood, and the cadaver dogs, they sit whenever they smell, they can smell blood or decomp or something like
dogs
that.
both signal and sit on the area where the rug was found, indicating that the dogs believe that there is a body there.
Nope.
And this is when Katie's casual story about a paranormal haunting and a buried rug starts to get a bit out of control. In fact, Katie's story becomes international news.
In a series of videos garnering millions of views, Katie Santry shared she may have discovered a body buried in a rug in her yard.
The entire thing blew up on TikTok this week.
The investigation stemming from social media. Police in Columbus saw a woman's TikTok showing she and her husband found this rug buried in her yard. She reached out to police. Well, police showed up with cadaver dogs.
Even after the first dog sat, I really didn't think the second dog was going to do it too. I thought maybe it was just an accident. And when the second dog did it too, I freaked out.
I think it is absolutely crazy for something to happen like in our area like this.
Understandably, Katie is completely overwhelmed as a homicide team arrives at her property to dig.
This is crazy. Okay.
It might not mean anything yet.
Okay.
Wait and see what the interpretation of the results are.
Okay. So homicide is here and missing persons, and now CSI is bringing the shovels out. And I can see news cameras set up over there. Okay, they're digging. They've been digging, and there's 6 of them.
Are they going to show the pizza?
Are in the hole.
Katie's viewers watch and wait for hours as the homicide team carefully digs out and examines pieces of the stained carpet.
You guys, they have recovered the hole, and this has been the most absurd, insane experience of my life. What did they find? No, they didn't find a body. They found a mother effing rug with some rubber. The question remains of why did the dogs hit? I don't know. Both dogs, not just one, 2. I don't know. The other question remains is who broke my laptop?
Nobody did it. Something just fell on it.
So, Katie's
My God.
happy with the news that the Columbus homicide team has not found anything suspicious buried.
So the cadaver dogs, they could, like, if anybody bled on the carpet like it while digging, the cadaver dogs would have picked up on that too. I just want to give an update to anybody that might be watching this because, yeah, it doesn't prove anything.
But viewers that followed Katie's story and even some news reporters are just not completely convinced.
Okay, so the update is they took the rug.
Okay.
Police did. They did not find a body yet.
Yeah, what do you mean
Yet.
Because the dogs marked on the rug, so there has to have been a body at some point.
No,
I don't
blood.
believe for a second they didn't find anything in that rug.
It's
Not for a
conspiracy.
single second. I think she was posting too much about it, so they decided not to tell her what they found. Or, because they took it away for forensics, it was a murder on the rug, no body. I don't believe for a second there was nothing on that rug.
So even though police say the rug was fine, there's still some skepticism and some outright conspiracy theories
Of course
about
there is.
that rug. But what do you think? Alone? Matty Magarachi says that
He
his
followed
house
through.
in Monroe Township, New Jersey is very haunted. In fact, Matty has been posting about the strange activity in his home for over 4 years. One night, Matty is home alone with his dogs when strange things start to happen.
What's going on?
Your friend's downstairs.
Matty's parents are away on vacation, leaving him all alone in the house.
Which is the perfect time for your friend to
Something
come
else
over
happens
and to make
that
ghost
makes his
shows.
blood run cold.
What the f*** is that? What the f*** was that?
So these are just a couple of the many videos that Maddie has shared online over the last 4 years. So could it be
So his
that
friend's out there
Maddie's
with
house
a
is
scream
actually
mask.
haunted by something? Or is it all just a very elaborate hoax?
It's not
You
elaborate.
decide.
I really think that nuke that he needs to come up with, he needs to look up what the word elaborate means. Your friend coming over and wearing a scream mask is not elaborate by any stretch of the imagination. It seems like something that a teenager would do whenever their parents were away. So we're going to ignore that. Especially it's many videos that he does. I mean, good on him though. Let let the guy, have his creativity when it comes to making those videos. Maybe he'll be a producer when he gets older, or a director or something like that. Who knows? But anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Again, if you like the content, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Did I get anything wrong? Did I get it right? Do you not care? Just comment that you don't care, because you don't need to. But anyways, thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week.